Hello YouTube, this is Shadow Walker 1776 and I'm back here today. This is going to be a demonstration video, and the reason I'm doing this is because someone had left a comment on my review of the Gunstock War Club. How did I wrap the grip on my War Club? And so rather than try to explain it by writing it out, I decided it was easier to show everybody how I do a cord wrap. And so I cord wrap everything the exact same way, so it doesn't matter if it's the Gunstock War Club or if it's the ball-headed War Club or even a tomahawk. My cord wraps are all done the exact same way. So for those of you who are interested in knowing how I do my cord wraps, this is what I've come up with. This is what works for me. First off, whenever working with paracord, this got a knot on the end right now, but you would want to cut your paracord and then melt it to keep it from unraveling. I then decide where I want to put my grip, which in this case on the ball bat is right into this area here. The white tape that you see is friction tape or sports tape. This is what they would use to wrap a ball bat with, or a tennis racket. As a musician, I'm a drummer. I wrap my drumsticks with it to give me a better grip if my hands get sweaty. So, same thing applies to any other grippy item. Now, I use grip tape on mine for two reasons. Or actually three, I'm sorry. First off, it gives a good anchor point for the paracord. It is never coming off unless I take it off. Secondly, as I wrap over this, this gives me a much more secure, hard wrap than just wrapping over smooth plastic. And thirdly, if in a survival situation I need my paracord as paracord, I can merely just cut the paracord free, press the tape back down, and I still have a good solid gripping surface that won't slip in my hands because it's either wet or sweaty or whatever the reason is. Now, what I do is I put my paracord where I want my grip, and then I just wrap it just like you would a baseball bat or a tennis racket. And I always put my paracord running out to the business end of whatever I'm wrapping. In this case, this is a cold steel Brooklyn Smasher, so I run it out towards the front. And then there's no weave to this. This is truly a wrap. I just merely take it, I come over the first loop, and then I start coming down just like that, just making sure it presses firmly up against the one ahead of it until I come down and my whole grip is covered. You know, there's not a weave here. This is just wrapping it around. Now, some people believe I do a special wrap because of the paracords that I use here. This is called Urban Camouflage. And even though it's wrapped the same way as I'm doing this green, which is to keep up with the zombie theme, it looks like it has a pattern to it. In the case of the Urban Camouflage, it almost has a snake-like appearance. So I'm just going to keep doing this until I come all the way down here. Then what I do is I take the end, feed it under two of the last wraps I did, and merely tie a knot. And then cut it off and singe it. Or, if what you're wrapping has a lanyard hole, I merely stick it through there and tie it that way. So, that's how I do my paracord wraps for grips. I hope this has been helpful. Please subscribe. And thank you for watching. And as always, watch your six.